Hi, this is Tom,
This is Felix.
and we're inspired to talk. So, Tom, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about failure, and traditionally failure is seen as a very negative thing, very unattractive. But today, paradoxically, we're here to present the argument that there are actually benefits that arise from failure.
So, what Tom said just now might be quite, weird to us. But today we're giving you a different spin on failure. Failure might be normally perceived as such a bad thing, such a negative thing, but today we're going to say how you can take positives out of this.
Yeah, definitely. You can get a lot of endurance, a lot of resilience, a lot of positive energy from failing, especially early on in your life. Say you're in the workplace and you haven't failed before, you find yourself in deep trouble. What are you going to do? You haven't learned the emotional lessons that you need to learn to progress. You've got to realise that there's a marked lack of tolerance in the workplace. So if you fail for the first time in the workplace, you're out. So by failing early on, you learn from those mistakes, and that helps to protect you in the workplace.
So yeah, as Tom said, the competitiveness is key in the 21st century. When we go for jobs, when we go for different kind of work placements, failure is always like not an option. But what we want to say today here is, if you do fail, you want to pick yourself up and then try something else new. And as Tom said, failing early is good because you learn from your failures and you can pick yourself up and then do everything better next time.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that when it comes to failing, if they do think it's good to fail, you just should fail in small things. It's actually good to fail in big things as well, because that can really help to develop that resilience that you need as a person. And I think it's quite good to fail maybe in your 20s and 30s, just to keep topping up those energy levels, those resilience levels, and that determination, just so that you can prove to everyone that you are a good person and you can change things for the better.
So yeah, I think failure today is something we have to face and something we have to accept as a reality. And after accepting it as a reality, we have to see what we can do after failure. So I think, when we apply for jobs, when we interact with people, we have to be prepared for the possibility to fail. And failure is an option, ladies and gentlemen, today. It is an option which we should embrace, and while it's not the best option, we have to take light from it.
I'm not really sure if it's an option, but that we choose, obviously.
Yes.
Of course, we'd rather not fail, but it's definitely something that we shouldn't be terrified of, because at the end of the day, I think failure can be seen as a journey, a part of the journey towards ultimate success, for the reasons that we've already discussed. But what we really need to get down to is the idea that if people don't have the right attitude when they fail, then they're going to continue to fail. You need to have a brave and resilient attitude within you at the start, and that can be quite difficult to possess, but as long as you're in the right environment and the right people are supporting you, you can build that energy from within while you're down in the doldrums, and then you can spring out of that shell and just become a much better person who succeeds. But life isn't all about succeeding, is it, Felix? It is good to fail, so that you can offer strength to other people.
And it's kind of what we kind of mentioned in our last video about fear. There's also this fear of failure. So I think what we were trying to echo today is you have to really have the bravery, the courage to try new things. And maybe in that process fail, unfortunately, and then pick yourself up again. Because the most successful people, the entrepreneurs, the millionaires and billionaires, have been through a lot of failures early in their life. And then after learning from those failures, they branched on to their success.
Yeah, definitely. It's a classic case of risk and reward life. You need to take on challenges. And if you fail, so be it, learn from them. But if you succeed, which is quite possible, then that's brilliant. But don't rub it in people's faces. Of course, learn from your successes and then offer that strength to others. Don't take major status and develop your ego from succeeding. You want to help other people. Definitely.
So, I was watching this movie recently. I think it's Rocky Balboa. He actually says something quite inspirational to his son, doesn't he, Tom?
Yeah, definitely. He says, you've got to keep taking the hits in life. When you're down, when you're in the doldrums, keep taking those hits. Life isn't about how many punches you can give someone. It's about how many hits you can take, but keep carrying on in life. And then you'll love life.
Yeah.
And you'll love...
I will always love you. That's so ample and so fitting to this theme. We have to love each other. And you know what? Inspired to talk is to inspire you to think about these issues, right?
So guys, life isn't about sunshine and rainbows. No, it's not. Success isn't offered to you on a plate. It's gained by taking those hits, moving forward, and having a positive attitude, and just keep pushing on, having that self-belief. We're Inspired to Talk. Thanks for listening.
And subscribe, rate, favorite. See you guys!
Even the best fall